Hello everyone, welcome to Speedy's Legos and Collectibles. Today we will be reviewing the 1/12 scale Tariah the Silver Valkryie by Tbleague. This is a 1/12 scale figure with a seamless body, and she is inspired by, I believe, like a kind of Nordic Valkyrie. As you can see here, they kind of give you a little blurb about what Valkyries are. But moving on, let's go ahead and get her out of here. She does come with her head separated, as you can see. So let's go ahead and take out this head sculpt. Now, they do use rooted hair, which for a lot of people they could consider a bit premium, especially at the price of these figures, typically run you between $70 to $100. I don't hate it, but I'm not a huge fan. I do think that plastic sometimes would work better, maybe having both, just because it can get a bit messy, like it did here when I kind of pulled it out of the package there. But all in all, it does look pretty good. The actual facial features, they're painted pretty nicely, and the hair definitely doesn't look bad. So let's go ahead and pop this on the body. You just push it in on that ball peg there, and see, this is what I was talking about. Gotta kind of futz with it to get the hair to look good, and I've just pinched the hair between the actual head sculpt. So allow me to correct my poor mistake. Oh gosh, I am not great with rooted hair. Normally a sculpted kind of guy, but I did think that this figure looked really nice, and I have some other Vikings, including the Mezco Conan, who I will also post a review of at some point. So there we go, got the head popped on the body. This one actually matches the flesh tone pretty good. So while we have her up here, let's kind of go over the current details, and then we'll go over those accessories and armor after. She is on a seamless body, so as you can see, everything is seamless. It's got this like kind of, I don't know exactly what it is, but a type of like silicone rubber with a metal skeleton underneath. So these figures are actually superposable. You can pose them just like you could a kind of a normal person, and they pose really, really well. So, I mean, I don't need to go over too much for articulation, but basically, as you just saw, her arms can go up just fine. She does have a butterfly joint underneath here. Move her arms across kind of whichever way you want, because that metal skeleton, arms go past 90 degrees. Head is of course going to tilt, down, up, but you will have this gap here. Leans up, looks up, okay. Torso crunch, super good. Abdomen crunch there because of the metal ball joint, same thing here, stretchy. She can lean arch back just fine, side to side. Rotate with no issues. And then unfortunately, as you can see, her breastplate is kind of pops off really easy. That's definitely one of the biggest cons here. It is, I guess attached back there, but the problem is it's not quite snug enough, and because her breasts are a bit large, they do kind of push the chest plate down, so it has a tendency to kind of pop off like that. But it is what it is. Also, some Tbleague figures do come very like anatomically correct. This one is anatomically correct down here and a little bit, as you can see, on the nipples, but nothing is painted. So while it is anatomically correct, even in the undergarments down there, it is not painted. So it would be, kind of very dull and muted. So it's not too over the top. Then she kind of got this really nice detailed loincloth piece here. This like fur that wraps around here. The fur, once again, it kind of rides up a little, but overall the effect is there. It does look pretty good. Spreading her legs, you can kind of see, what I'm talking about. I'm not going to move that out of the way because I don't know YouTube's rules against that, but she does have, her kind of loincloth and thong covering there. Her special bits, but she does do the splits just fine. Legs can go up. Legs can kick forward really high, no issues. She can do double bend at the knees. Fully rotate ankle up and down, all that. She does have this very nice, intricate knee guards here. I think we have covered pretty much all the articulation. Like I said, she literally moves like a real person because of this very realistic seamless skin with the metal skeleton under there. So that is definitely one of the biggest pros of a Tbleague figure. Moving on, let's look at her helmet here. This very intricate, beautifully designed kind of Valkyrie helmet. It looks like it does not fully go around her head, so it looks like that it just kind of slots on the front like so, which actually works pretty nicely. There you go. That way you can leave her hair hanging out the back so it doesn't get damaged. It just fits on there snugly, and it actually works, you know, quite nice. I don't currently have any hair products on me, but a good tip to help with this hair is to actually use like a real brush and some light hair product, wash the hair, and then kind of brush it into place, or even just a little bit of warm water. But there's the helmet. Looks pretty nice. Let me go ahead and break out all these other accessories. We do have a necklace that can go on the figure. We do have one of her shoulder guards kind of things, it looks like. Second shoulder guard. We do have her kind of gauntlet pieces for the wrists. These do kind of match the ones that were on the legs. You would pop the wrist off and slide these on over the cloth pieces here. You would pop these on like so. I think this is actually one of her shoulder pads. I misspoke earlier. I believe that these are actually for the elbows here or the knees. Let me double check the picture on the figure. Okay, so since I embarrassed myself by misspeaking, these are actually for the knees, and this is her other shoulder guard that goes here, and this piece, little ring right here, this kind of armband, this is actually what goes here on this arm. And then we do have her gripping hands that are already on her. She does also come with a pair of these kind of pointed gripping hands, trigger fingers. Not sure why she would have a gun in this era, but she does have them. Then we do have these kind of two open, relaxed hands. Unfortunately, that is all the hands she comes with, so that's all you're working with there. She does come with this very beautiful, intricate 1/12 scale shield. I love the paint application on this, the dry brushing. The gold and silver looks really nice, especially with the blue in the center. It's got a physical handle, and then it also has a rubbery strap if you wanted to, you know, kind of change up how you're having her hold this. Next, she does come with this actual metal dynamic action stand, which is really nice. It's metal, it's pretty sturdy, bends and holds shape well, so you can put her in some really cool poses. And she does have this really beautiful display base. It's simple, but this is something that's definitely really nice, especially, like I said, you're getting a seamless figure in 1/12 scale with a nice amount of armor and her, you know, some other accessories, and a metal exoskeleton under that seamless figure, and then having an included like actual display base, not just a generic display stand, is something that I think is a huge plus. So looks really nice all the way around. This can screw in or just kind of peg in there, and then you would be able to, you know, pose her here in any kind of action poses, whatever you desired. Moving on, I want to be careful when I remove these. She does have a sword. This one is plastic, but it does kind of have this almost like runic scripture look going down the middle of the blade. Really nice, you know, kind of hilt and pommel there. Just very pretty painted. But it is plastic, not metal, unfortunately. Now this is quite cool. This is actually the parts to her spear, and this pole is actually metal. So this will not break very easily, but unfortunately the head of the spear itself, while it does look beautifully painted, is actually not metal, so you do need to be really careful with the plastic here. But this just kind of pegs together, firmly peg it in there, and then you have this like 9-inch long 1/12 scale spear, which kind of is in scale to real life, but it's still a little daunting to put in your display, this kind of 9-inch spear with a metal pole, but then this is actually the thin plastic at the end, so you would need to be very careful with this if you did not want to accidentally break it. That should be everything she comes with, but I'll double check. Yep, And she does come in this neat little just plastic tray here, so everything fits real nicely. I'm going to go ahead and just throw her gauntlets on her, or kind of forearm guards there, and show you the metal skeleton underneath. If you pull back the silicone just a little, you can see that she's got a metal peg there. I am a huge fan of the seamless with the metal skeleton underneath. I think that these figures hold up really nicely. I have a couple older Tbleagues, and I think that they have not seen any deterioration in the time that I've had them. I know it varies by person, but I definitely think that they're something I would recommend. Let me see about getting this one off. Sorry, I'm a bit sluggish today. I'm a little on the tired side, but is what it is. Just, you know, long day, but you just slide this on, expose that metal peg, and then we will pop the hand on like so. And now she has her first couple pieces of armor there. Kind of move her hair back. And you can give her, you know, maybe the spear. Let's get her up in a nice little pose here. We'll just give her the spear for now, and then maybe you could throw the shield on her. As you can see, that spear is just absolutely massive. Definitely gonna give some presence in the display, but you could maybe put her arm through here and make her hold the shield. You could definitely rock something like this in the display. Overall, I just think it is a very good looking figure, especially at the price point you pay for the figure. I think that it's not Tbleague's strongest 1/12 scale release, but I still think it's quite solid. And as someone who really likes medieval stuff and those kind of mythology inspired figures, even if they're dramatic and over the top like this one is, I still really appreciate them. So I'm glad that there's a company that produces these types of things for my collection. Overall, I give the figure solid 7 out of 10. I think they can improve the hair and maybe how the armor sits a bit, and maybe making some of those, you know, flimsier plastic accessories like the spearhead metal would be a big plus. But overall, solid figure. So thank you for tuning in for my review. Have a great life, and I'll see you guys hopefully the next video.